Today we're going to do an unboxing and overview of the Oittm aluminum charging dock for Apple Watch and iPhone. Alright, today ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at the Oittm aluminum charging dock station. Now this is for your Apple Watch and your iPhone. And this particular model comes in 3 different colors: silver, space gray, and rose gold. So depending on your preference, whichever phone you have, I happen to have the silver version of the watch and the iPhone, so of course I'm going to want the silver stand. Now it does come with some 3 USB ports on the back, which we'll get into later. Let's go on ahead and unbox this thing. I'm going to slide it on out here. Now this does output at 35 watts, so depending on your requirements, you'll have to go by that. Now at first glance here we can see the dock right away. We'll pull this out. Made of mostly plastic. Silver rounded edges. Again, on the back here we got the 3 USB ports, so if you wanted to charge your iPad, another phone, anything else that charges through USB, you are free to do so right there. And we got our spot for our power cable that's going to plug in right there. Here's our power cable, and immediately we see a manual for installation, how you're going to have to run your cables, because that's going to get real interesting. This particular model, there's not a lot of room for your cables, so you're going to have to make sure you get them coiled in there nicely. Alright, we'll take a look and see what else we got here in the box. This pulls out, and we got the stand for the back of our phone. Depending on the size, you can adjust it for a thicker case right there in the bottom. Very straightforward. So we're going to go ahead here and pull the plastic off. Very nicely wrapped. No surprises here. I'll pull this top off our lid here, see what we got underneath it. Right away inside here, it comes with, now these rubber pieces right on top here are for if you have a thicker case, so it fits nice and snug depending on how thick your case is. And now here we got our stand for our Apple Watch charger. That's going to sit right in there. You'll set that in there and you'll run your wire out the bottom into the coiled area down below. And also our stand for our phone. Make it very nice and easy. Now these are plastic. Here's our screw to screw down our plate. Once we figured our preferred size, it also comes with 2 Velcros to tie up your cables, make it a little tighter, get everything inside, make it look nice. Again, ladies and gentlemen, right here, we're going to run our cables through and they plug in right on the inside here. This is all the room you have right here for your cables, so you want to make sure you get it nice and tidy so it doesn't pop open on you later. Now I will say one of the downsides to using this dock, it does not come with cables. You got to supply your own lightning cable and your own magnetic charging cable for your watch. In a way that's a good thing, because then you're keeping the price low, because at a price point of $37.99 right now on Amazon, and you figure $30 for the Apple Watch cable and you figure about $20 for the lightning cable, so you're taking quite a bit of money off there. So you got to think in those aspects that you're saving money, keep it cheaper, and get it out to the consumer. So let's go ahead and assemble this. We're going to simply slide the lightning cable into the back here and then slide it right down. And depending on your case, we'll be able to choose a different bumper for the bottom depending on how thick of a case you got. We'll try this one and we'll see where it gets us. We can change that out easy enough later. Alright, then we're going to go on ahead and we're going to run our USB side through our hole. And then this sits right in here like this. Very nice and secure. And then we're going to actually take and run our cable this way, because we're going to have to coil it up later. Let's go ahead and stick the watch one in. Again, same way. Let me make sure I got the right magnetic side so I know which side's going to work for my watch. Okay, so we're going to want this side out. So we're gonna go on ahead and stick this right in here. This one's a little tricky. If they wanted to keep it in there tight, there we go. Get it in there nice and snug. Then again, same thing. We're gonna run it through the bottom of the hole here, USB side. Now this is gonna snap right in here like this. Very simple, straightforward. Alright, now we're gonna wrap these cables up and make it nice and tidy. Just go on ahead and start on this end because that's what the directions pretty much said. Coil it up here. We're gonna grab our cable, strap, run it through here, and then pull. Again, not the nicest looking, but this will be hidden at the end. Same thing for the lightning side. Right through here, pull. And we're gonna go out ahead and plug these in. Get them in there somewhat looking nice. Just so it sits nice on the lid here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much room in here, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you get this in there really nice as best as you can, because it's not gonna stay shut. That's one thing that they could have probably fixed. You know, give a little more room. It's not like there's a battery in there. I understand they got a USB dock, but do you need that much room? There's probably a lot of wasted space in here. So I'm gonna have to reconfigure this. Let's try it like this, huh? That looks a little bit better. And again, it still wants to pop out. So you really gotta kind of play with it and get it where it's gonna sit right. We finally got it, there we go. Looking good, looking clean. That's what we want. We got one more thing to do here before we wrap up, actually two things. We're gonna go ahead and install our back plate for our iPhone. Now this just sits in the bottom. We're gonna run the screw through here. All right, so here we are in the back. We're gonna take our plate, small side down, run that right through there. We can see the screw. We're gonna go ahead and just put our screw right through there. Feed it in. And now we can have nice adjustability depending on, you know, where you want it to sit. If you got a different size phone case, anything like that. Alright, we're gonna see what the phone does here. We're gonna slide it into the lightning port. Actually see, if you look, the angle is not really tight up against it. We'll move it in a little bit. I'm just gonna cause it to snug up here. That's a little bit better, and we'll tighten it down. And now we can go back and now we can see that we should put a thicker one in, because I actually was thinking backwards, you need a thicker one for a smaller case. So we'll pop this off here. We'll try a thicker one on here, see what happens. It still looks like it's gonna be too far away in my opinion, but we'll see what it does. Okay, that goes there, this goes here, and there you have it. Yeah, there is a bit of a gap, but it's pretty easy to get out of there and slide right on. Not a problem. Gotta love that. Very simple, very easy. Now a thing to remember when you're taking this off, you're gonna wanna make sure you use your other hand to hold down on it, otherwise you're just gonna lift the whole thing up. This thing's not weighted enough to pull off. So you gotta be very careful with that. And again, we got the watch charger over here on the right, simple, got bam, magnetic. let's go ahead and get our power hooked up here and see how she handles, make sure everything works okay. Alright, we're going to take and plug our power into the back. Very simple, straightforward. Alright, last thing on the list here, we're going to give her some power, make sure everything's working okay. Fingers crossed, the phone's powered. And the watch is now powered. And you can see how nice this would be to have right by your bed. Got your watch there, your phone there. And then, like I say, it's in nightstand mode as is. And it'll shut off here in a few seconds. And when you're in bed, simply just tap the top. Boom, we get our time. Very nice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, right here on the back we got 3 extra ports if you ever want to charge your iPad, your phone, or anything else. That's right there, makes it very nice and convenient. Exactly what you'd want to have by your bedside at night. Alright, just a couple quick things to keep here in mind. Now this is just a lightning port, so you can easily, you'd have to move this back, but you can easily charge your AirPods like that. Or if you have an Apple Pencil, you can set that on there and charge that like so. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is the Oittm Apple Watch stand. 5 different things to charge in one stand. Your Apple Watch, your iPhone. If you want to plug an iPad or another phone into the back, you can do that as well. Very nice, very easy. Comes in silver, space gray, and rose gold. If you are at all interested in purchasing this item, please use the link in the description. That helps me out. And as always, thank you for watching. Dan and Mac.